Right now, social media is divided. In fact, Nigeria is divided. That is because of the recent between former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose and former military head of state. I prefer to call them dictator, regardless. But let's call him former military head of state and President Olusegun Obasanjo. The video that you're about to watch will be that of Fayose celebrating his 65th birthday. He invited dignitaries to come and wine and dine. And obviously, some of them will come out to say one or two good things about Ayodele Fayose. Obasanjo was honored. He was brought to the podium. He came with some topics or notes that he wants to address. He felt that the best time and opportunity to address this is in the full glare and view of the public. And these are some of the things he said. We'll also be checking what Ayodele Fayose did. It will shock you. Please like and share. Tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into it.
Some people called me and said, we hear you are going to Ayo Fayose's birthday. Can't you remember he abused you? I said, thank you for reminding me. In Yoruba land, we have a saying, you are not the best of my political children. You are not. But you have made achievement that must not be ignored. Because even to get me to come to this, you couldn't approach me directly. You sent Osita to come and sound me out. Abi wabachirere araki ho ya yao. Aishirere Tony see me. You couldn't come direct. And when Osita came, I said, Osita, who also is a political child. I said, well, if he has sent you and you have delivered the message, then say to him that you have delivered the message. And then you phoned me. And I said, Ayo who? And you say, Ayo Fayose. I said, yes, you can see me anytime. I made it but a walk. And then, even that, you take precaution. Oh, what direct Latin to knock at my door? You send Folusho as emissary to feel the pulse and see what the atmosphere will be. And Folusho came. And when Folusho came, I said, what have you come for? And about an hour later, you came. And you know that I had had the program, which took me to Kigali, 1 a.m. yesterday. And I was supposed to be in Kigali till Sunday. But when you then told me that your birthday is this Saturday, I said, whatever it takes, I will make sure that I come. And there and then, I started making arrangements. Because ara alela malamodi àrùn lára àtàpè. And I want everybody to learn a lesson from there. And then, after you have heard from me, you phone your wife. And I spoke to your wife. And I said, Madam, you and your husband, Ishomaluabi. And your wife completely disarmed me by saying, Baba, you are right. Edarijiwa. And then when you get that, then what else can I do? Baba, we are right. Edarijiwa. So, you've asked for forgiveness. And as far as I'm concerned, you are forgiven. But the lesson, the right lessons must be learned. As I said, we are all here to celebrate with you. 65 years on the surface of the earth, pẹ̀lú hila hilo, and you have seen a bit of it. It's worth celebrating. Mi ò bẹ̀tọ̀ owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ rí, mi ò dẹ̀ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ rí, except when you came on Tuesday. I think you came on Tuesday and said I should come. And I said to you that mi ò ní mú owó tí mo fi owó retirement láti fi wọkọ̀ láti Kigali, Kigali. Mo ní owó ọkọ̀ wọ́n ló máa san. Ó fowó ránṣẹ́ sí mi through Folusho. Lórí mo ní mi ò ní fi owó ara mi wọkọ̀ padà because I should come back on Sunday. But maybe it's of interest to you. Aliko, ó fún mi plane tó gbé mi wá láti Rwanda back this morning. So owó ẹ wà lọ́wọ́ mi o. Ẹ mọ̀ rẹ̀ ni.
Àwọn nìyẹn, gbogbo wọn nìyẹn. Bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ní àwọn náà rìn kiri bí nàkí yẹn. Àwọn náà rìn kiri bí àgbà nàkí yẹn. Kí ni gbogbo wọn yẹn? Èmi ò bú yẹn o. Wọ́n yẹ tó kí mo tún ti ń sẹ̀ pé èmi ò bú ẹnì kankan. Mo ti dákẹ́ mi bú yẹn ṣùgbọ́n kò dáa. Bàbá wa lẹ jẹ́. Bàbá wa lẹ jẹ́. Àfi kẹ́ bọ́ta kẹ́ mọ pàṣẹ fáwọn ọba kẹ́ mọ sí. Ẹ dìde ẹ jókòó ohun tẹ mọ̀ náà nìyẹn. Ẹ ní plan gidi kankan fún Yorùbá ẹ̀sìn lọ́mọ Yorùbá ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé Ìgbò ni àwa ń gbìjà yín pẹ́ kì í ṣe Ìgbò.
Ibi tí gómìnà bá wà tàbí president bá wà kò sí ọba náà ó láti dìde fún gómìnà tàbí fún president. Ẹ dìde. Bá wà tàbí president bá wà kò sí ọba náà ó láti.
Bàbá tó yẹ kẹ́ ọmọ dùn sáwọn ọmọ ọnú yín. Fẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan bá rẹ́kọ̀dù tí bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ohun tí ń ṣe bàbá ni pé bàbá ò fẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan bá rẹ́kọ̀dù wọn. Wọn ò fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá kankan débi tó ga mọ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ já wọn nìkan. Ẹ̀sìn president láyé ológun. Ẹ̀tún sọdún mẹ́jọ láyé alágbádá. Kò sẹ́ni tó nírú lọ́ọ̀kì yẹn tó yín. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ wúlò kankan fún Yorùbá. Ẹ̀ ní wúlò kankan láti bí síbẹ̀. Sọ́dà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ ṣe láyé ológun ẹ rí ṣe. Opportunity ńlá lẹ́ni kò sí ẹnì kankan ọmọ Yorùbá kan tó ní opportunity. Ẹ wá fẹ́ kí Yorùbá kankan bá rẹ́kọ̀dù yẹn. Ẹ wá mọ bínú ọmọ Yorùbá kankan gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ti wà ń kó báyìí mọ bínú wọn ni. Ẹ mọ bínú bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ mọ bínú gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá bọ́n sì ṣe tó fi yọ bàbá mi ń pò náà ní Rasidi Ládọjà wọ́n yọ ń pò ní Lágídí sígbèsè ayẹlẹ́ ń lò yẹ ẹ ṣe láyé ológun opportunity ni bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ẹ tún wá ṣe ọdún mẹ́jọ láyé alágbádá kò sẹ́ni tó bá rẹ́kọ̀dù yẹn ẹ wá fẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan tó bá rẹ́kọ̀dù yẹn mọ́ ẹni tó bá ti wá wà níbi kan báyìí tó wà ń pò kan báyìí ẹ mọ bínú wọn ni pẹ́ Ọlọ́run wọlá yìí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dà wọn bàbá wa tọ́jọba láàmúgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ dìde ẹ jókòó tẹ ẹ fáwọn bàbá ọba yẹn níjọ́ yẹn tẹ ṣe yẹn ẹ dojú táwọn bàbá yẹn ni ntìjú lẹ bá kó láyé pẹ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àṣẹdẹgùn kò sí nǹkan kan tẹ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ lè ṣe ju tẹ ṣe yẹn náà lọ ẹ lè ṣe ju tẹ kẹ lémi kó ń lu yẹn náà lọ kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ sá lè wá pa mí bí tí mo wà yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ pa mí ẹ lè ṣe nǹkan kan lẹ́yìn kẹ pa mí kí lẹ tó fẹ́ dá ẹ̀yin náà sá kú náà ni bẹ́ẹ̀ pa mí ní sẹ́ kú abẹ́ ní kú tẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé kú ní ọ̀pọ̀ yìí náà ọ̀lẹ́ndì gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ sọ pé kàn lọ pa mí tẹ́ ń ṣe wóróworó tẹ́ ń pariwo ìyá tẹ́ ní kàn lọ pa mí tẹ́ ń sọ pé ẹnu rẹ̀ rọ̀ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó kù ọ̀lẹ́ndì èmi rò pé ẹni kú pé báyà pé ẹ lu agbára ẹ̀ táyọ̀ fi tán ni ẹ̀yin olórí búì ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run ọjọ́ Sunday màá jókòó ń bí náà màá ṣe gífì mi fẹ́yìn tẹ́ jẹ́ tèmi kájọ gbára gbádùn ara wa nínú owó tíjọba jamani fún mi kí n bí happy kí n fi dúpẹ́ pé mo wà láàyè lénìí kí n fi bí happy fáwọn tèmi pé mi gan wà láàyè nínú torótoró tí jámà fún mi kí mi náà fẹ́yìn náà ń bẹ̀ oníbàjẹ́ fún yín àjọ ríra wa pé á bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn jọ kan tó bá pẹ́ títí akílò ló pè bàbá ibi tí wọ́n ṣe yóò ṣe bàbá lójijì táyà ẹ̀dínbọ̀dì ọjà òjijì la bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba lóko ẹrú Nàìjíríà yà máa bọ́ lójijì ni tẹ́rọ ọba everybody tí ó dàbí magic ẹ wò yá ṣe ń jà wọn ẹ̀ lẹ́nì kódà ẹ wò yí táwọn ará gbogbo nǹkan ti dàrú gbogbo everything kálukú wa ń ganu wọ́n á sọ àwọn bàbá wọ́n sọ gbogbo àwọn ẹni Ọlọ́run di ganuganu kì í kúkú ṣẹjọ́ bàbá wa táwọn lẹ́ ń ganu kì í ṣẹjọ́ wọn ṣé tìlú bá da wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ganu ẹsọ àwọn ẹni Ọlọ́run di ganuganu ẹ̀rẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ẹsọ àwọn ẹni Ọlọ́run di ganuganu àṣà ganuganu wá gbòde ẹni tó sọ pé àwọn yẹn ganu ẹni tó kẹ́ mọ rí títì kọ́ mọ lọ kẹ́ mọ sọ lóko wọ́n sọ pé àwọn yẹn ganu wọ́n alágbe ni ẹ wọ́n sọ pé àwọn yẹn wọ́n ganu kiri bó ti tó ń gbé kíní tó ń ganu ìyá tó ń gbowó káàkiri alágbe tó láwọn kan ganu rubbish kọ́mọ̀ ṣe o ọlọ́run níjọba ìjẹ́ fún gbogbo wa ojú òní tiwa ayé òní fi wá sí ẹ̀yẹ ayé òní sọ wá di ganuganu.
President Olusegun Obasanjo will come to you and talk small. And I said to you, Your Excellency, even if you give your blood, your being, your strength and your life to President Obasanjo, he will not support you. We know him more than you know him. He will not ever want a man with an independent mind. When Obasanjo accuses people and government of the day of corruption, what happened to the 50 million share during the third term agenda? The donation of 10 million to the Obasanjo library, what do you call that? That is corruption. Go and look for the code of conduct. The funds filled by General Obasanjo and his wealth today. We knew when he came out of prisons. We knew the situation. We knew his wealth when he left office. Who is he accusing? We are telling you again, the moment he says the next one, we will engage him. This is not a country where after serving your own tenure, what you cannot take, you are giving to others. Enough is enough.
Welcome back. Now, there are some people who applauded some of the utterances of Obasanjo. Some said, no, Obasanjo, this is not the right and proper time. For crying out loud, he's 65 years old. He's celebrating his birthday. He has invited you to come and wine and dine. Is this the moment and time that you think is best for you to address some of the grievances or to just shade him? Is that what you want to do? Standing right there to be humiliated, disgraced? Or do you think you have the right to punish him? After all, what about the billions of dollars that you and Atiku, as president and vice president, took to give Nigeria electricity? Electricity never came. Rather than light, darkness was what you guys gave. Excuses that, oh, we wanted to get this done, we didn't want to get this done. The money disappeared. Until date, Obasanjo, like every other president, cannot be tried. They cannot be interrogated for money that has disappeared. Now, how dare you speak to me this way? How dare you speak to me? This is what Fayose has to tell the president. I'm going to go through it. He wrote, Dear Baba Obasanjo, I trust this meets you well. You're coming to my birthday party. I appreciate except for your very irresponsible comments at your age. You went so low, but I'm not surprised because someone once said you are supposed to be kept away in the zoo. Sincerely, that's where you belong. I kept quiet or did not reply you at the function so that the world will know the difference between a sane and a mad man that you are. It is also obvious that you have also lost your sanity, or should I say, is the 18th stage of dementia. Not to worry, Baba. Not to worry, Baba. Not to worry, Baba. I shall set the record straight in due course of time. Lastly, I shall appreciate if you return my money since you publicly admitted you received but Dangote brought you back. Your leopard will never change his skin. The former president replied tacitly, Ayo, thanks for your thank you message, which undisguisedly revealed who and what you are. Now, this is banter between former military president, head of state, Obasanjo, and former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose. He went on, unchanged and unchangeable. Your money has been sent back through Folusho Adeagbo, who brought it, and in the same bag as he brought it, unopened by me, OBJ. You see, Fayose and Obasanjo have a history of political clashes dating back to Fayose's first tenure as governor. Yes, Obasanjo said, there are times he came to me to seek for advice. He said he wanted to do this, he wanted to do that. I gave him advice. I said, don't engage in this, don't do this, don't do that. But he went ahead to do what he wanted to do. Could it be that these are the reasons why Obasanjo felt upset and decided to say some of these things? Because somehow it seems everybody around Obasanjo have always been terrible people. Everyone is incompetent. Everyone around him is either a wrongdoer or have committed atrocity. He puts himself in that place of, I have never sinned, I have never committed any crime, I am as clean as a whistle. There is this video that I saw during that period of Tinubu and Peter Obi. Of course, you all know that he supported Peter Obi. There is this video that surfaced, and we treated it and talked about it on this channel, on this platform, where Obasanjo said certain things that he was now saying differently. You know, he gave a quick press conference during the Tinubu and Peter Obi's journey to the presidency, to Aso Villa. He quickly granted this interview and read and said certain things here and there, and people brought back from the archives some of the utterances of Obasanjo when it was convenient for him. He said certain things that people said, no man, you are not really saying it as it should be said. But back then, people wanted Peter Obi. Tinubu fought. He didn't like Tinubu. Tinubu does not really like, they had their time too. He was governor of Lagos State. Being that Tinubu knows how to kind of manufacture through the resources of Lagos State, fund to run Lagos State, Tinubu did not get any from the federal government and was able to run Lagos State successfully without relying on the federal government. Back then, Obasanjo wanted to control and command and do whatever it is that he feels or felt was the best approach. I know he has everything to say against everybody, of course, and maybe the time of Peter Obi will come. So, they started responding to each other, harsh words, criticism, here and there. Fayose often attacked Obasanjo's comments on national issues, and at one point told him to speak for himself when Obasanjo stated his generation has failed the nation. But the latest outburst delivered on the heels of birthday celebration marks one of the most explosive episodes yet. Obasanjo could not respond with some kind of comment, that type of comment. He couldn't say you are a stupid boy, you are this and that. He even said that he cannot change. He will remain the kind and person that he is. Obviously, you cannot come to someone's birthday as a visitor, as a guest, and you believe the best opportunity to address whatever you want to address is on his birthday, standing there with the public looking at him, a day that is supposed to be a day of celebration, and the next thing, your priority is to throw him under the bus. That's how Obasanjo operates. He throws people under the bus to boost his ego. This is arrogance, and this is bad on his birthday. Yeah, you could have reprimanded both Fayose and wife behind the closed door rather than insulting him in public on the day of his celebration. May we not experience Obasanjo. May we not experience. I'm not saying Fayose is the best of the best man, but may we not experience Obasanjo in our lives. I mean, come on, Obasanjo. May we not experience you in our lives. Not on the day of celebration. That's when you now think or feel that you have something to say. You have something to address. I mean, come on, man. That's not supposed to be. That's not how it is. No. That's bad. That's bad. But the reason why things have been so bad in Africa is this thing about age. The rule of law is what is respected above every other in countries where things work. Yes, octogenarian and elderly people are treated with respect. Oh, they are weak. Let them sit. Let me stand and, let me help them. But in Africa, the older and wicked you are, the older and irresponsible you become, the older and evil you are, the more they want you to respect you. You hear people say, why are you talking to him like that? He's an elderly man. Because they are wicked too. They are also following the pathway of wickedness, where rules of engagement means nothing to them. As long as you are an elderly person, some even have some stupid, wicked proverb, such as, what is the essence of age if it is not to oppress the younger ones? That is the purpose of age. When you have such useless proverb or saying, that's where it ends. That's the truth. So they said that Obasanjo is not our elder. He is with us, but he's not among us. And he has proven over time that he does not bear the blood that it runs through the veins of other people, particularly the Omoluabi, and that he acts contrary to the ethos of Omoluabi. Well, they say they are hoping he finds a way to restructure himself. So imagine, people are asking, was Obasanjo intoxicated? Of course, it was not. He said whatever it is he wanted to say. It's a kind of bully. Yes. It's a kind of bully. The speech and how Fayose handled it is proper. Like, he didn't say a word. He kept quiet and he just kept looking. Yeah. People are asking, what gives Obasanjo that right to think he's the queen, king, chairman, chairlady of morality? Both of them, like father, like son, said some people. It is so sad. Like I've said it times to that number. I'm not saying that he is the best man. I'm talking of Fayose. I'm not saying he's the best man, but come on. No, there are two people who are not afraid to face Obasanjo and tell it to his face. Fayose and Wole Soyinka. Both of them, they do not hold back. Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. And considering their long time face off, Obasanjo should not have been invited. Both of them are political sworn enemies and they never reconciled. If he wanted him to come, he should have gone to see him in his house with his wife, and then he can then vent. Or, he said he's in Kigali for whatever it is that he went there for. He should have spoken to him and allow him vent his anger. But the thing about Obasanjo is, even if he had the opportunity to vent his anger wherever, there is a huge possibility, a very huge possibility, that he will still repeat what he wants to repeat. He wasn't going to come there and say good things. I was even wondering, what was Fayose also, what was he even thinking? Like, let me invite, you need to know, you need to understand, you need to know your enemy. Or maybe he also did this intentionally, like, let me invite him. I know he's going to come and talk. After he's done, I will lambast him publicly. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows how these guys, who knows how they function? What are your thoughts? Drop your comments.